Hello, boys and girls. You are tuned into another exciting episode of I Am a Work of Art. In today's episode, we get to hang out with Khanyisa, who plays the violin and also plays with an orchestra. How amazing is that, guys? Let's go meet her and find out more about her talent. Let's go.
My name is Khanyisa Changela. I am 10 years old and I play the violin. Well, I play the violin because the sound of it is sweet and the violin is cool, I think. I like playing netball, I like going outside, I like swimming, basically, if I have a chance to swim. And I like playing with my little sister because she's fun.
High five!
I like playing with Jody and Jessie and Kayla and Kira and Lizzie and all the other friends that I have.
My name is Jody Claire Pedro. I know Khanyisa because we went to school together and we met because we were always in the same classes. Khanyisa is a very sweet, kind, loving person. She has a very nice personality. She always brings the good out of the bad. And that's why she's my best friend. We like talking about a lot of things, like things that happen at home and at school. We love playing together.
Khanyisa ungumntana open, othanda ukudlala, othanda abantu, ofuna ukwazi yonke into, uyacula, wenza yonke into, uzama yonke into, ayikho into afuna uba mayimohlule.
Asesikolweni ufuna ukwazi yonke into, dance, Indian dance, netball, if kukhona netball, ufuna nokudlala nemusic, kakhulu ke yona kuyayithanda, especially violin. UKhanyisa simbone bangabani uyawuthanda umusic. Every time utatakhe xa edlala icello, naye ufuna ukudlala. So samthengela recorder wayithanda, mara akayithanda kakhulu.
My dad once asked me, what instrument do you want to play? And then after he said, take a few days to think about it. And then after a few days, I said, I want to play the violin.
Tatakhe ukwi-orchestra, and every time, nalapho kwi-orchestra, uKhanyisa, every time, if she loves the song, esena 3 years old, if she loves the song, she would stand up and start conducting.
My name is Dalwonga Changela. I am Khanyisa Changela's dad. I play the cello and I teach as well professionally.
My dad is a professional cello player and well, he went overseas a couple of times and yeah, he loves playing the cello. He has a few broken cellos in the house, so.
The violin belongs to a string family which is made up of 4 instruments: violin, viola, cello, and double bass.
I did not encourage Khanyisa to get into music, but as it so happens, when I get home and I start practicing, she would, always be sort of around. And when she was still young, much smaller than this, her favorite thing was to open my cello case. And when I'm practicing, because my cello case is lying there on the floor, she would go into my cello case and zip herself in, and she would just stay there for what seems hours. When she was 3, she would want to play my cello all the time. But then one day she came and she said, I want to play, and I want to play violin. And so, understanding the benefits of a child playing music. So I jumped for that opportunity.
Mostly play the violin because I need to practice. Some of it is concerts and all that other stuff. But the recorder, I just play sometimes for fun. It's a totally different instrument altogether than the violin because it's a blow instrument and the violin is a string instrument.
Wow! How cool is that Khanyisa can play more than one instrument? Let's find out from her who taught her how to play these great instruments.
The actual notes I learned from my father and my teacher. And to play the recorder, I started when I was 4 years old. So my dad taught me most of the way how to read recorder notes.
Every time I practice our Khanyisa, if she knows the song, now she has practiced and she thinks that she knows the song, she would come out and say, listen to me, please. Let me play for you. And we have to drop whatever we're doing. TV, whether you're cooking, mommy, listen to me, daddy, watch me. And she would come and play.
Seeing Khanyisa play the violin makes me feel very calm on the inside, makes me feel like nothing bad could ever happen during that time.
Usually when I see violin players, their faces are all weird, so I don't know what goes through me. But I think it's the soul of the violin playing in the music. To be a good violin player, I think that it takes very hard practice to play the violin. And I think it takes hard work.
That's right, boys and girls. If you want to be good in anything, you need to practice, practice, and practice some more. After the ad break, we get to see Khanyisa in her music class and see what it takes to be a great violinist. Stay tuned, boys and girls. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back, friends. You are still tuned into I Am a Work of Art. We are now going to meet Khanyisa's teacher and learn more about this very special instrument. Let's go.
Well, my teacher's name is Kabelo Motlomi, and he's a professional violin player. He's also went overseas a couple of times with my dad and all that. They both in a quartet. I go once a week and on Saturday, so that's twice a week.
My name is Kabelo Mutlomi. I play the violin, and I'm Khanyisa's teacher. So be careful of the D sharp again, yeah? The D sharp. So I've been teaching for almost about 8 years. I've been teaching Khanyi for just over 2 years. And yeah, she's been, I must say, one of my best students so far. So be careful when you've got the, so after that, prepare. I remember teaching Khanyi from my grandmother's bedroom. And she was really, really young. She was probably 8 or 7. And it was a long process, you know. We had to get the technical parts right before we actually started playing. So she's amazing because then she's very patient. She's very patient and but then mostly talented, musically talented. I work for the Johannesburg Youth Orchestra. They help kids learn instruments, and they get funders and donors to obviously donate money, and so that the kids can be able to get help in affording the music lessons. I started playing the violin at the age of 10. I'm from Diepkloof, Soweto. So after, I was a kid, after a football match, I went to music school with my friends. And for the first time, I had the violin and I saw a violin. And yeah, I mean, I fell in love with the sound straight after that. And so I had to ask if I can get lessons. Then Yeah, after that, I mean, then 20 years down the line, I find myself here as a musician.
I guess I love about my teacher is his violin playing. Yeah, it's very beautiful and very soul-hearted. You know, sometimes when I look at his face, he wants to cry because he feels the soul in the music.
We are now going to see Khanyisa practice for the school concert with the orchestra and find out some of her challenges. Let's go.
Well, some of the challenges was holding the bow and holding the violin up straight, because when I was so little, I used to hold it like this, and it must be like this. The concerts are mostly like end of the year or end of the term concerts, or for somebody. Sometimes I'm nervous playing the concerts because my nerves are up and I'm afraid that I'm going to make a mistake while playing the violin. But at the end, I just feel relieved and I feel good because I played well and I didn't make any mistakes playing the violin. He's a good teacher if he's not mad. Sometimes he said that I want to cry, like not tears of joy, tears of madness, because you guys aren't playing very well.
Boys and girls, the moment of truth has arrived. Khanyisa will get to play in front of a big audience with the orchestra. I'm really excited to see this. Come along, let's go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to play 4 pieces for you today.
Walking and seeing that big audience made me feel nervous, and I was a little bit happy because other people were playing with me. So if I made mistakes, I know that if I know where the other people are playing, and then after I can catch on there. Having my parents there gave me a lot of support, and I'm glad that my father could make it, even if it wasn't for the whole day. But I had a lot of support from my mom, my dad, and my grandma. I guess I need to thank my dad and my teacher for helping me playing the violin and teaching me what it is to love music. So my favorite song to play is Lion Sleeps Tonight, because it's not that classical, and I love it because it's different from all the other musics, I think. Today we played 4 pieces. The first one was Danny Boy, the second one was Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the third was The Lion Sleeps Tonight, and the last piece was Kwela, which the whole school performed. During today's performance, I felt nervous, I felt relieved, and I felt happy that I played in the orchestra today.
I feel privileged when I watch her perform, because, you know, not so long ago, 10 years ago, you know, we came back from the hospital with this little thing that, you know, we didn't know what we were gonna do, and it was for the first time the 3 of us. And I knew then that I'm going to be one of her greatest admirers. I'm admiring her journey, sometimes, obviously, vicariously live through some of her experience.
Next year, she'll be doing a few exams, so she's gonna have to work even harder. If she's done so well that I feel that she'll probably be, I hope, a better musician than I am.
When I grow up, I want to be an Egyptologist. An Egyptologist is a study of pyramids and languages. I want to teach myself different languages and I want to study pyramids and stuff.
Wow, guys, that was really cool. I think Khanyisa is ready to take over the world. After the break, a whole lot more is fully packed for you, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back, guys. It's that time where Khanyisa gets to meet her mentor for today, who is a professional musician. Come along, let's go meet her.
My name is Rebetungashe. My nickname is Ruby, and I play the violin.
Ruby comes from a musical background. She started playing the violin at the tender age of 8 and has been hooked ever since. She is a part of a band called Muses. They released their debut album, Pop on Strings, in 2011, followed by their second album in 2013. They are currently on their third album, Pop on Strings 3.
I got into music through my dad. Like, they used to have festivals where there'd be orchestras, like mass choir festivals, and there'd be a big orchestra there and big choir, and it used to be so fascinating to me that all these instruments could make such beautiful sounds. I was 7, I said to my dad, I really, really want to play the violin. I think my New Year's resolution is going to be to learn how to play the violin.
So, tell me a little bit more about yourself. When did you start playing?
When I was 4 years old.
When you were 4 years old. Can I ask you, why did you pick the violin?
Well, my dad played the cello, and one day he asked me, what instrument do I want to play? And then after he said, I said, I want to play the violin.
I play in an electric string quartet. It's called the Muses. And we play pop music with electric instruments. So it's just like your violin, how your normal violin would look, but instead of it having wood and it being acoustic, you plug it into a speaker and it makes the sound. But just like you, I started when I was 8, but you started when you were 6.
4.
4? Why do I keep saying 6? I don't know. I also started in a music project in Soweto. I started with the African Cultural Organization of Soweto. It's called AKOSA. And I also played in the Soweto Youth Orchestra, and I did quite a lot of things with your dad as well, because he played with Kutlwano Masote, who I also played with. So tell me a little bit more what you need me to help you with.
Well, I want you to help me with the intonation of the piece and some of the hard parts of the piece also.
Okay, because intonation is very hard, eh? It's very hard to get all your notes right at the right time. Yeah, so I'll help you a little bit more on that stuff. Yeah, so let's just shake our fingers out and get ready to play. So intonation is all about?
Scales.
Scales. That's the only way you kill bad intonation. And I need to practice my scales. I haven't practiced my scales today, so let's do it together. Let's do G major. 2 octaves. Let's hear how you play your G major first. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was very good. When you play scales, especially if you're playing scales for an exam or for anything where people are judging you on your scales, you'll always play them right. Because you're thinking of that. You're thinking second finger together, third finger together. You always remember where your semitones are. But when you're playing in a piece, you don't think that. You're thinking about how it's supposed to sound musically. So now we have to train your fingers and your mind to think the same way they think in a scale as they do in a song. So we're going to play G major one more time. Right. So now we're going to go from the G. We're going to stand up straight. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can give you advice, I will tell you to practice your scales over and over and over and over and over again, because that's the only way you become better. And so I'll practice my scales too, and you'll practice your scales, and we'll promise each other that we'll get our intonation right. Very good. Very, 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 very good. So now we're going to apply the same principle that we just did in our scales into a piece. So we're going to play Bach's Minuet number 3. And Khanyisa is going to be confident. She's going to hold a bow and a violin up. 1, 2, 3. So today I met this young lady called Khanyisa. She is absolutely adorable. She is very talented. I wish I had the same amount of confidence that she has. And I try to give her a little bit of what I know or my own knowledge, and try to share it with her. And I really hope that, you know, she takes her talent to new heights and bigger heights. You know, I think she can only get better from here. Very good, very good. So now we're thinking about the way you play your scales when you play your piece. You're thinking about getting your semitones right, thinking the song is in G major, so where my notes, where my second finger goes and where the semitones are here. So that's how you just approach music. You approach it to the same way you approach a scale. And it makes you even better than what you are, because you're already very good. General advice I would have for Khanyisa is to keep what she's doing. I think her parents are doing a really good job by instilling these values in a child. I think any child that gets to learn a musical instrument or, you know, gets exposed to music is a privileged child. There's, I think, 3 things. Listen, work really hard, and have patience, because it will all come together. And apply yourself and everything will come together.
After the session with Ruby, I felt very happy that I learned the stuff from her, which are counting and being patient and not rushing through the song. My name is Khanyisa Changela. I am a violin player and I am a work of art.
Wow, that was amazing. I hope you have learned a lot from today's episode, guys. Join us again next week with another super talented friend to blow us all away. Bye-bye for now.